watching iRacing on the Ghostfire Media Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Kansas City Speedway here in Kansas. Kansas City, Kansas. We're here at the beautiful Kansas Speedway. Track that played double duty until the year 2011 when IndyCar left. We've run karts, we've run IndyCars, we run NASCAR in all three series. ARCA, you have won a bunch of we've run a bunch of races here at the Kansas Speedway over the years since 1999 when it broke ground. It opened in 2001, and tonight it hosts the men of the Sim500 Sharue Diecast, a premier Xfinity series. We are 15 minutes from qualifying beginning here on the Ghostfire Media Network. I'm Nick Adams. I'm going to be here solo with all of you here tonight. The first solo broadcast for me of the year. Mr. Randy Pepper is indisposed at the moment. Our thoughts go out to him as he is dealing with something, so keep Mr. Pepper in your thoughts, and we'll have an update as soon as we know a little bit more about Mr. Pepper. But tonight, we come here to a beautiful racetrack that, I mean, I don't think really anybody can complain about Kansas. It's a fun racetrack to drive. It's interesting to go around. It's also awesome to watch races here. I've seen plenty of races at the Kansas Speedway, and it's a beautiful racetrack to visit. 5-star amenities all around the place. So the booth up here is fantastic. They just redid the booth last year. There's new leather chairs. They got a brand new standing desk for me. It's nice. So I'll be able to call this up here in the action for you tonight, all by my lonesome in this big empty office space here. So there might be a little bit of an echo because they didn't put the sound padding up yet. Like I said, they just finished up renovating. So right now we have 17 drivers who have currently got out there for practice time so far. And while I have to fill some time, folks, because I have to fill some time, we're going to give a couple of shout-outs to a couple of sponsors. First off, Randy Pepper and the Guitar Addict crew out there. Randy is a fantastic person. We love him very much. He's been a member of our crew since the beginning, and the Guitar Addict continues to support Ghostfire Media in many, many, many ways. And we will continue to be extremely thankful for everything that Randy Pepper does with us and for us as the Guitar Addict. Also want to thank a couple of the Sim500 sponsors. First and foremost, we want to thank Sharue Diecast for bringing us to you completely commercial-free every week here on Wednesday nights. I don't know, folks. I mean, I'm sure you've all heard me talk about Sharue Diecast, but we're gonna talk about them just a little bit more. So Sharue Diecast is the one-stop specialty shop for you and all your diecast desires. There's rare and hard-to-find items that are available at Sharue. Don't forget, folks. I mean, let's be honest, right? In five more days. 5 more days. It's Valentine's Day. Have you ordered that diecast yet? Come on. Go on to your little computer, to your laptop, tablet, cell phone. PlayStation 5, Internet Explorer, whatever you use to go around the internet, type in the following letters: SharueDiecast.com. That's Sharue Diecast, and get yourself a diecast today. Sharue is located in the heart of West Texas, and they are positioned to offer excellent deals on shipping from east to west, north to south, border to border, folks, coast to coast. Pre-orders available at you to no cost until the goods arrive. Visit Sharue Diecast today to see terms and conditions of your order and to order from them today. That's SharueDiecast.com today. And last week, we also announced that Sim500 welcomed 811. They're proud to announce a strategic partnership with the 811 family and title sponsor North Carolina 811, better known as NC 811. 811 is the national call before you dig phone number. Anyone who plans to dig should call their state's 811 phone number to make sure you don't unintentionally dig into some power, water, gas. I mean, hell, have you ever seen when somebody digs into a gas line? Good God, they go up like a... It's pretty interesting. It's very interesting. Folks, the Sim500 League has a bunch, and I mean a bunch, of content for you to check out. You go to sim500.com today. Take a look after you watch our broadcast, obviously. On Mondays, you got their Next Gen Cup Series. Tuesday, you got their super late models. Who doesn't like a little bit of super late model action? Come on now. Wednesday nights right here on the Ghostfire Media Network. Starting in a few weeks, you're going to have trucks. Right now, you have Xfinity. I mean, Xfinity cars are cool and all right, but come on. A little bit of truck action, especially Daytona, Talladega. Those trucks, you get 4 or 5 wide, you start pulling each other down the straightaway, you get those big old toes. I mean, man, there ain't nothing better on a Wednesday night than watching a truck go 195 miles an hour. Thursday nights, you have their Dirt Series. Fridays, you have Midnight Thunder. Saturdays, you have the 87 Classic Cup Cars. Now, can we talk about Cup Cars for a minute? Classic Cup Cars. There's been rumors. I don't know if they've been confirmed yet. I've heard many rumor that they are bringing in more classic NASCARs. Can we get a Plymouth, please? If you're listening out there, iRacing, can we please get a Plymouth? Can we? Can we get an old Plymouth with the big old wing? Come on now. Who doesn't want to see that? Big old Plymouth with the big old wing driving down. Or a big old Dodge. And I mean a big old Dodge, the real wide, long one. That'd be fun. And then on Sundays, that's where the Xfinity Series will be. On Sunday nights when the regular season begins. And that is going to be interesting. The last week for our friends here has been very interesting. We'll go ahead and give you a little rundown really quick of the last 7 winners here in Sim500. If I can get things to load. Last week, Glenn Campbell took home their Sunday Cup Series Sunday win, as that was Monday. Tuesday, Mike Kelly brought it home in the super late models, and Daniel Falkingham brought it home on Wednesday night last week, trying to make it 2 in a row this week. And then on Thursday night, on the 3rd, Michael Redding brought it home in the Dirts. And then on Friday, on the 4th, Mr. Byron Daly, he brought it home in the number 06 truck. And on Saturday, in the 87 Cup Cars, E.J. O'Rourke with another win. And then on Sundays, in the COT Throwback Super Speedway King Series, Pedro. I didn't get his last name because it moved too fast. I apologize. Pedro Mojica was able to get that win. So, fantastic week of... and I actually went back and watched every single one of their broadcasts from last week. And good God... everything that was broadcast, awesome racing. Every single thing. So you get some really awesome content out of this league here. And don't forget on Monday nights here in the Ghostfire Media Network, we also have the South Shore Racing League, North versus South. Those gentlemen continue to put on great action in those street stocks. I watched this past Monday's race. It was unbelievable. Loved every second of it, and I can't wait to see what happens in the next one. But right now, a little bit of par for the course. Here in practice, Daniel Faulkenham looks to be the man to beat here so far in qualifying. Keep an eye on him as the evening goes along. I mean, obviously, we don't really keep an eye on Daniel Faulkenham. I think we'll have to be everybody else will have to be keep an eye on him. But second right now on the track is Chuck Sweeting, in the number 57. Brian Macklin third, Robert Gillenwater fourth, Jose Gonzalez fifth. That round out your top five here in practice as the checkered flag waves on the practice session here at the Kansas Motor Speedway, which is a racetrack in desperate need of a repave. That is the next track that's going to have to be repaved, and I think you should probably reconfigure it a little bit too, right? Kansas is a great racetrack, but a little bit of reconfiguration, freshen up the racing. Kansas Motor Speedway, I think that would be a good way to do it. I think everybody would be okay with freshening up the racing at Kansas Motor Speedway. But now we move in to game time, where the men show exactly who they are, and the boys make mistakes and fall to the back. Qualifying is one of those do-or-die moments. You get everything right, and you might get a pole time. You get everything wrong, you're going to start from the back, and you're going to have a really, really long night. Especially with the talent that is in this league, you're going to have a really long night. Plethora of new paint schemes out here tonight. We're going to touch on them. A couple of new drivers. We're also going to touch on them as we go throughout the evening. I want to say welcome back to a few of our longtime viewers in the comments. I see you out there. I appreciate you. You know who you are, and you are a fantastic set of people that continue to come out and watch us every single week here in the Ghost Fire Media Network as we watch Jose Gonzalez go down the backstretch for his first lap in that Goya number 26 Chevrolet Camaro. He throws it off into 3 and 4. About a lane and a half down from the top of the racetrack at the moment. Sitting on that third seam all the way up there, down across the start-finish straight. His first lap is going to be a 31.32. It's going to be 2/10, almost 2/10 faster than Richard Swavely in second right now, the number 32. That's good enough for provisional pole. But don't forget, we got a lot of drivers out here. They're going to start putting in laps. Chuck Sweeting coming out of turn 4 now. Let's take an eye and see what he does. I bet you he's going to be quick. Chuck Sweeting's going to jump right to the top of the charts, I bet you. There he is in second at 31.37. Not fast enough on his first lap. Jose Gonzalez out of 4. Can he improve at all? He's going to come down across the start-finish line from top to bottom. He is going to not improve a 31.43. Richard Swavely improves to a 31.36. Chuck Sweeting this time through 3 and 4 on the outside line. Here he comes. This is a hot and moving qualifying session. Chad Coleman with a 31.36. That's good enough for second. That's his first lap. E.J. O'Rourke with a second place lap. 31.35. Chuck Sweeting, he'll improve to a 31.23. He sets the pace now. Provisional pole for him. Chad Coleman going to do one lap and done. One and done for the number 38. The 41 of E.J. O'Rourke, the winner last Saturday night, trying to come through 3 and 4. May take the pole here tonight. Make a statement here for himself. He wants to get himself a couple of wins here before the regular season begins here on Wednesday nights. Across the start-finish line, he will improve to a 31.28, but that'll be good enough for second as Randy Yoakum goes 6th fastest on his second lap. Scott Simley, he jumps up to 8th. Now he jumps back to 6th. Then now back to 9th because Robert Gillenwater up to 3rd with a 31.3. Jimmy Coleman with his second lap of a 31.32. Robert Gillenwater in the wall in turn 2. He might have improved, but the Beast TV machine rode the wall through turn 2, so he will start probably inside the top 5, but I bet you he's going to fall back a couple of slots. We look at Glenn Campbell now through 1 and 2 for his second time, all the way down to the white line. This time slides up on the exit of the corner, down the back straightaway, a lane and a half down, gets that wide arc off into 3 and 4. He's in the middle lane. He's going to have a good exit this time. It looks like he's carrying a lot of speed compared to his last lap. The exit of 3 and 4. Here he comes. Glenn Campbell across the start-finish line. He was 12th. He's going to jump up to... He's going to stay 12th. 31.48. Here is the man we were waiting for. A different look this week. the January 31st car on his machine. Not the Raging Cajun, but the Raging Cajun still. Daniel Falkenham down the backstretch into 3 and 4 for his first time tonight on his first time lap. On that third seam again, just like Jose Gonzalez was we watched earlier. He's going to come down from top to bottom across the start-finish line, almost touched the grass. Might have got the left front in the grass a little bit. And across the start-finish line, that'll be enough. That'll be enough right there at 31-2. He thinks he needs to improve a little bit. He's got somebody in the field he thinks is a little faster. Tommy Ryan crosses the start-finish line for his first lap, and it's not going to count. He had some contact, so he is going to spin this time as well. So Tommy Ryan will not be getting a lap time in. So Tommy Ryan will start from the back of the field. But across the start-finish line, Daniel Falkenham for his second lap is not going to improve a 31.39. So he right now sits on provisional pole in the number 39. And I think that'll be it, folks. 5 minutes of wild qualifying action. And holy schmoly. Hell, ladies and gentlemen, we are getting ready here. There's no warm-up tonight, just straight to the grid. Let's take a look at our grid for this evening's event here at the Kansas Speedway. Let me just get a couple of things fixed for everybody so you can actually see what we're looking at here. This one? This one's better. Thank you. All right. On pole again this evening, the number 39, Daniel Falkenham. He looks to make it 2 in a row. In second this week, Chuck Sweeting starts on the outside pole. In third, the number 41 of E.J. O'Rourke. Fourth, Robert Gillenwater. Forgive me, I was dying of thirst. Fifth, Jose Gonzalez. Sixth, Jimmy Coleman. Seventh, Scott Simley. Eighth, Chad Coleman. Ninth, Richard Swaverly. 10th, going to be rolling off right there, Mike Kelly. He's going to be our one to watch, folks. As we remember from every single race this season, if he doesn't get a good qualifying, you don't worry about it. You just keep on going. You don't worry about the qualifying with Mike Kelly. He will be there at the end as long as nothing gets in his way. Starting in 11th tonight will be Brian Macklin. 12th will be Jeff Ryan. Back at 13th, Randy Yoakum. 14th, Glenn Campbell. 15th, Bentley Glazier. A little bit of a further back spot than Bentley really wants to be in here tonight. Definitely going to keep an eye on that. I need to check something. One second, folks. I didn't want you to hear any angry drivers. I was really concerned you were going to hear angry drivers. Back in 16th, Tommy Ryan. 17th, Charles Woods. 18th, Doug Roth. 19th, Joey Gattina for the Sim500 Motorsports Machine in the 14. Back in 20th, going to be the number 15 of Paul Krumrye. In 21st, Doug Sigmund. 22nd is going to be rolling off Kevin England, and he will round out our field tonight. As back in 23rd is Joseph Burgess, but it doesn't look like maybe he is going to roll off 23rd. So we'll keep an eye on all these guys back here as some of these paints begin to load in. And we'll go through a couple of the different paint schemes this week so everybody can get a little bit of an eye on what you're going to be looking at. So there you go, Daniel Falkenham in the different looking number 39, January 31st machine, Lobster 207 on the side. First rate bait on the side as well. Chuck Sweeting in a different machine. Gator Racing this week with those beautiful palm trees on the side of the number 57. You go back to Robert Gillenwater again in that Beast TV machine this week. Beast TV was featured here in Ghostfire Media a couple weeks ago. I'd like to thank them for giving us that opportunity, and we want to, wish Robert Gillenwater good luck tonight. In the 26th there, Jose Gonzalez. Don't forget about the number 54, Jimmy Coleman. I think that might be a different machine this week as well. You got Richard Swaverly in a different machine, the Mr. Twister number 32 this week. And then I believe that might be it. I think that's it, actually. It looks like everybody else is in the same machine as we're used to. But we're coming down to the green flag. Our flag man, Joseph Malloy, has the flag, and he's going to start the race here as we are racing here at the Kansas Motor Speedway off into turn 1. 2 by 2 by 2 throughout the field. They single out in the back, but they are still battling hard for second on back here on the exit of turn 1. We're going to have a battle for the lead. Maybe E.J. O'Rourke looking to the outside as we come down the backstretch. E.J. O'Rourke all over the back bumper of Daniel Falkenham. We know that if you don't get in front of Daniel Falkenham early, you're going to have trouble staying ahead of him off into 3 and 4. Here he comes. E.J. O'Rourke going to try to slide up. He's going to have to stay behind him. E.J. O'Rourke tried everything he could there in 3 and 4. Daniel Falkenham used every inch of the racetrack, going up right against the wall, down the front stretch all the way to the white line. Now through 1 and 2, A.J. O'Rourke, he's going to follow in the tire tracks. Behind them, you got Jose Gonzalez battling for third with the number 57 of Chuck Sweeting. He's going to slide up in front of him, and then we're going to single out for the top 10. The first battle we have is now going back all the way to the Mr. Twister machine of Richard Swavely as he's to the inside of Jimmy Coleman through 3 and 4. He's going to be about a door handle ahead of him, but Jimmy Coleman's going to get a heck of a run on the exit of 4. Down the front stretch we go here at Kansas. Jimmy Coleman's going to hold on to that position. Richard Swavely's not done battling yet. Here he comes back to the inside. You see Brian Macklin thinking about making it 3 wide. He didn't do that just yet, but here we go, folks. Out down the backstretch. They're starting to single file out throughout the back of the pack, but here Richard Swavely and that Mr. Twister Ford Mustang off to the inside. He still is battling hard under the inside of Jimmy Coleman. He wants that spot. He just needs to get far enough ahead to where he can just slide up in front of him, complete the slide job. But it looks like he actually might lose a spot here. Here comes Brian Macklin now to his quarter panel. Brian Macklin to the outside of Richard Swavely. Brian Macklin, who desperately needs a good race. He had a rough one last week. Here he comes on the outside of Richard Swavely, and Richard Swavely's going to end up having to concede that spot to Brian Macklin, and he might just have to concede what he can and get in front of the number 2 of Mike Kelly at the moment, because right now, being on that bottom line, he is just going to the back. It's like being at Daytona. He is being absolutely freight-trained around this racetrack. Daniel Falkenham has opened himself up to a 1-second lead, as you can see on the left-hand side of your screen. 5 laps down here in the Sharue Diecast Premier Series, here on the Ghost Fire Media Network. If you're just joining us, it's just me tonight, Nick Adams. Randy Pepper is not here tonight. Our well wishes go to him as he is dealing with something right now. If we have an update on him before the broadcast is over, we will give it to you if he would like us to. If not, we'll find out next week. But here comes Brian Macklin to the inside of Jimmy Coleman. He's going to try to slide up. Richard Swavely lost spots on the inside, but Brian Macklin thinks he can get by Jimmy Coleman all the way down below the white line. He's going to clear him off in a 1 and 2, maybe not. He's going to really have to drive it off in there. Going to have to just hope. He's going to have to try and force the slide job. Out of 2, he's going to be just barely clear enough. What is happening? Why is that happening? Sorry about that, folks. I think we're good now. Had a little bit of a frame rate drop there for a minute, but it looks like we're good back in here now. As Brian Macklin jumps to the inside of E.J. O'Rourke, he continues to try to make that move work. Down the backstretch, now he's trying to move up. He has gained 3 positions on that inside lane, trying to grab a 4th. Brian Macklin not afraid to use those tires up here early on. E.J. O'Rourke battled for the lead the first couple of laps, all the way back to 6th. Now he's going to be, he was 5th, now he's going to be 6th at the end of this lap. He's fallen like a rock here early on, but Brian Macklin is coming through this field. The number 30 is on his way. Brian Macklin 1.5 lanes off the wall, the middle of the racetrack. The back end starts to come around on him on the exit of 2. Big save there, but he's going to lose a ton of momentum down the backstretch. And now Brian Macklin's going to be coming under pressure here. Brian Macklin's got 1 driver to the outside. He's got 2, 3, 4 of them now behind him, really waiting for him to make that mistake. He makes that mistake, he's all of a sudden going to be 2, 3 wide down the front stretch, but this time he's going to go all the way down to the inside line. White line there. He's going to be quarter panel of Robert Gillenwater, the Beast TV machine, struggling to keep that number 30 machine behind him. Brian Macklin has told us multiple times this year why that sponsor on that machine means so much to him. And tonight he's driving like he has a passenger in the car, telling him exactly where to go, when to move. Here comes the 30 again this time, a big run in the draft. Gillenwater just a little bit loose. Now Brian Macklin going to stay in line. Behind him we have Chad Coleman fighting Scott Simley across the start-finish line. These first 11 laps have been absolutely on fire here at the Kansas Motor Speedway. Through 1 and 2, here comes Chad Coleman. He's going to slide up right in front of that's Scott Simley. Mike Kelly's behind him. Mike Kelly defending himself from Jimmy Coleman. No relation between the 38 and the 54, but the two Colemans bolt to the inside lane. Now Chad Coleman trying to take the inside lane away from E.J. O'Rourke and maybe slide up in front of that number 41. Oh, but Scott Simley into the wall there on the front stretch. Some damage to the right front of the number 12. It looked like the 38 was trying to come up, get behind the 41. He didn't realize the 12 was there. The 12 had to take an evasive maneuver. And that evasive maneuver put him in the fence. Off in the 3 and 4. Here he comes, the number 38 versus the number 41 once again. Chad Coleman to the inside of E.J. O'Rourke down the front stretch. Here he comes. He might make that move work. He might not. We have battles all over the track, folks. We have 2 or 3, maybe 4 now battles that are really, really close around this racetrack that I'd love to show you, but this is the best one. But right up in front of them, there's an even better one now. You can see both of them on your screen here. We're going to try to get that perfect angle for you. You can see Brian Macklin, he was trying to battle Robert Gillenwater. He's backed off now, but here comes Chad Coleman. He has the 41 cleared. Does he have enough speed to come up in front of him? No, he will not. The crossover's not going to work this time. And 14 laps in, we're just seeing the beginning of this race, folks. This is going to be awesome. These drivers continue to show us the skill, the absolute amazing skill level they all have. E.J. O'Rourke in the wall. The winner on Saturday in the 87 Cup cars in the wall here on Wednesday. And that's unfortunate. We see what happened to Scott Simley when he got that right front damage. He's dropped back a couple spots. Now E.J. O'Rourke going to have that right front damage. He's probably going to drop back a couple spots. But look who's coming right there, folks. In 7th, Mike Kelly. You cannot forget about him. We'll jump up here, do a little bit of a recap for you right now. Leading this race, led all 15 laps. Had a little bit of a battle on the first couple of laps, but since then just kind of checked out on his own. Going to be Daniel Falkenham in the number 39, January 31st machine. In second, going to be Jose Gonzalez. Third, Chuck Sweeting. Fourth, Robert Gillenwater. Fifth, Brian Macklin. Sixth, Chad Coleman. Seventh, Mike Kelly. Eighth, going to be E.J. O'Rourke. Ninth, Richard Swaverly. 10th, Scott Simley. 11th, Jimmy Coleman making a battle there on Scott Simley. Not going to make that move this time. Bentley Glazier up 3 spots from a starting spot at 16th up to 13th. 12th. 15th to 12th. Charles Woods up from 17th to 13th. Doug Roth from 18th to 14th at the moment. Joey Katina started in 19th. He's in 15th. Look at that beautiful brand new paint scheme on that machine. The Jar King, number 14. Glenn Campbell back from 14th to 16th. Paul Crumry up 3 spots from 20th to 17th. A little bit of damage in the right front. Behind them, you get Randy Yoakum in 18th. Tommy Ryan in 19th. Jeff Ryan in 20th. Doug Sigmund in 21st. Kevin England in 22nd. And way back here, the number 98 is Joseph Burgess. Little substitute driver action this week. Looks like in the 98. As we jump back up to the battle here. And it looks like the battles have begun to simmer out here around the Kansas Motor Speedway. You're not going to miss a single second of all of the action here in the Ghostfire Media Network, as we're going to go side by side and hear from our sponsors.
Hi, I'm Randy from the Guitar Attic. Can we be serious for a second? Are you tired of being a loser? Can't do anything right? Feel like everyone's coming down on you all the time? Well, there's a way out, and I'm going to show you. Hey Mom, look what I learned. That's right, pick up a guitar, learn how to play guitar. Automatically you're going to become a chick magnet. The ladies are going to love you. Your kids are going to think you're cool. So what you need to do is come down here to the Guitar Attic, 1672.5 Ridgewood Avenue in Daytona Beach, Florida, or go to guitarattic.com and buy yourself a guitar and automatically be the star of your neighborhood. That's GuitarAddict.com.
Back here at the Kansas Motor Speedway and the Ghostfire Media Network, the Sharue Diecast, Xfinity, Sim500. Let's try that again. The Sim500 Sharue Diecast Premier Xfinity Series, brought to you by the exclusive home of the Sharue Diecast Premier Xfinity Series, the Ghostfire Media Network. All your action here tonight going to be brought to you mostly commercial-free by the folks over at Sharue Diecast. Folks, I was on Sharue Diecast earlier this week, and I'll tell you what, I found something that I think you should all go and buy, okay? Everybody here listening should go to the Sharue Diecast website. That is SharueDiecast.com. Right at the top of the page, there's this link called Special Finishes. And there is a 2009 autographed Reese's Brushed Metal 124 die-cast bike for Kevin Harvick. Available right now. He is back in the 29. Opening trunk, hood, die-cast body, and metal chassis. It's an ARC die-cast. It's officially licensed, and it's a limited edition. I don't know how many there are going to be, but it's $119.99. And when I go to checkout and I look at shipping, this is where it gets good. Give me 1 second. This is where it gets good. Excuse me. So you're here with me. I'm about to tell you the shipping costs. So from the heart of West Texas to Auburn, it cost $8.90. The last time I bought a die-cast for 3-day ground shipping, the shipping cost to me was $26. And that was from who you think it was from. You can't beat that. $8.90? You can't beat that. So, if you're a NASCAR fan, if you're a Kevin Harvick fan, or if your kids like free candy, purchase that diecast. Only real people who watch this race every week will know why I said if your kids like free candy. And if you do, you're a real guy. You're a real G to this place. But if you're not, well, then you're not no G, are you? You haven't been here a while. But that's okay. We welcome newcomers each week. We're excited to have all the people we can get here at the Ghostfire Media Network. We just crossed over 1,000 followers here on Facebook. We crossed over 315 subscribers on YouTube this last week, and over 5,000 interactions on that great platform of the YouTube. If you are here on Facebook and you are not following us on YouTube, go to Ghostfire Media. Follow us on YouTube. This year there's going to be more and more put on YouTube exclusive here from the Ghostfire Media. It's going to be our exclusive home of the podcast, I believe we were talking about. It's also going to be exclusive home to our shorts throughout the week, where we're going to be doing a few different segments as we have time, some interviews, some conversations, a little bit of Nick's live NASCAR news, which isn't going to be really live. It's going to be throughout the, I take it, record it, send it out throughout the week, but you get my updates from NASCAR, all that wonderful, happy stuff here on the Ghostfire Media Network, which your official I mean, we can make the announcement. It's official. He's already agreed. Larry Patrick is returning to the Ghostfire Media team after a small hiatus to have a baby and help raise a family, another child, to come back and be our broadcaster on Sundays. And it's going to be a revolving door of guest broadcasters on Sundays. Some AOL racers, some up-and-coming broadcasters. We're looking forward to it. Right now we have a battle for fourth, though. Robert Gillenwater being challenged by Mike Kelly on the inside. Here comes the number 2. Down to the inside. Mike Kelly all the way down to the white line here. Ford almost 30 laps into this run. He's going to slide up. He's not going to be able to make that position. Not going to be able to make that pass this time. Take that spot away. Down the front stretch into 1 and 2. Gillenwater has to get off of it a little bit early because he got a little loose because of the arrow push up the 2. But the 4 has that wall run. He's going to get a big run down the back stretch. He was really tight, though. Was able to do nothing with it. Nothing, unfortunately. So with that being said, well, ladies and gentlemen, here on the Ghostfire Media Network, it's been a tradition for a while. And now here, 31 laps in, we are going to crank it up. 34 of 100 laps down here at the Kansas Motor Speedway. We're going to take a ride around with Chuck Sweeting and the number 57 machine. We're on the outside lane here through 1 and 2 from Hawthorne, Florida, and that Chevy Camaro. Driving on that third seam, he slides up to the fourth seam about maybe 12, 13 inches off the wall. On the exit of the corner, there's a good run there. He just doesn't want to talk about the fact that we can't get to Jose Gonzalez, and nobody wants to talk about the fact that we cannot catch Daniel Falkingham. That continues to be a trend here, that Daniel is just so dang fast in these machines that there's just nobody right now that can catch Mr. Falkingham. They have to hope for him to make a mistake, and the driver, the number 39, makes little to no mistakes here on iRacing. One of our favorite conversations here on the Ghostfire Media Network is statistics. Oh, who just blew up? The caution is out. The caution is out, and E.J. O'Rourke has gone around. Or something has happened to E.J. O'Rourke. The caution has flown here. What happened to the number 41? It started way back here. Big loose into the wall. He thinks he has it, gets on the throttle. Big loose. And then he just can't catch it. And big damage to the 41. With the way those back tires were, it almost looks like maybe the throttle hung. Let's take a look. I do not know what happened there. See if we can get some sort of confirmation from EJ if he hasn't. Well. Okay. Oh, let's see here, folks. We're going to get you caught up on the action here on the Ghost Fire Media Network as we come under caution. 38 out of 100 laps in here. Our first caution of the evening, our first caution in now 2 events also. So, very fantastic drive by all these drivers so far this season. Driver spotlight, obviously, on Daniel Foggenham, the continued greatness that he shows every week. Ladies and gentlemen, as we're under caution, we'll be right back after a message from our sponsors.
Hi, I'm Randy from the Guitar Attic. Can we be serious for a second? Are you tired of being a loser? Can't do anything right? Feel like everyone's coming down on you all the time? Well, there's a way out, and I'm going to show you. Hey Mom, look what I learned. That's right. Pick up a guitar, learn how to play guitar. Automatically you're going to become a chick magnet. The ladies are going to love you. Your kids are going to think you're cool. So what you need to do is come down here to the Guitar Attic, 1672.5 Ridgewood Avenue in Daytona Beach, Florida, or go to guitarattic.com and buy yourself a guitar and automatically be the star of your neighborhood. That's guitarattic.com.
Back here at the Kansas Motor Speedway, Ghost Fire Media Network proudly brings to you the Sim500 Sharue Diecast Premier Xfinity Series. Race number 10 of 14. If you enjoy what you're seeing and you want to give it a shot and try to race yourself in the Sim500 Esports Racing Series, new for 2022 for just $100 is the Sim500 Premier Pass. The Sim500 Premier Pass includes Monday nights broadcast. All 3 series are going to be broadcast live. So Monday nights broadcast by LSR TV. Going to be 34 events, the NC811 Cup Series. Wednesday nights, the Trans-Service Truck Series, 28 events broadcasted right here on the Ghost Fire Media Network. And Sunday nights, the FEG Xfinity Series, 25 events broadcast each week live by Captain Esports. Trophies will be awarded to all 3 series, and all 3 series are now included in your Sim500 Premier Pass. Only 8 spots remaining in the Sim500 Premier Pass, so get your payments, your conversations, and your emails to the guys over at Sim500. 40 laps down, and we are going to get our first restart of the evening. Here goes Daniel Foggenham with a great jump. They're going to be side by side. He's going to be half a second almost away before we enter turn 1. But behind him, it's going to be a hornet's nest. Jose Gonzalez, Chuck Sweeting, Chad Coleman, Bobby Gillenwater, Bentley Glazer, Jimmy Coleman, Mike Kelly, Tommy Ryan, Joey Gattina. They're all with under a blanket. I mean, look at this down the backstretch. Here they come, folks. Here at Kansas now on this restart. You paid for the whole seat. You're using the edge. Here we go to 4. Chuck Sweeting slides up. Jose Gonzalez gets a little loose. Chad Coleman almost gets into him. Bobby Gillenwater almost gets into him as well. Now down the front stretch, 1 and 2. Man alive, there is some action on this restart. Chad Coleman does not slide up on the exit of 2. He would have slid up right into Bob Gillenwater, but he was able to hold the car from sliding. But now Chuck Sweeting way up the track in 3 and 4. Here comes Jose Gonzalez. 42 laps complete. We have 58 to go. And folks, my oh my, they are getting racy here. It's a halfway points are available in 7 laps. You have fresh tires. You might be able to make it to the end from here. I don't know. Into 3 and 4 now. Jose Gonzalez being challenged by Chad Coleman. Here comes Chad Coleman. And he's not going to be able to challenge him. A little bit further back. They're starting to get single file out. Tommy Ryan under challenge from Mike Kelly. But Daniel Falkenham doing his thing again, trying to drive away, but they're not letting him. Chuck Sweeting is, oh, what a save by Chad Coleman. Big loose on the exit of 2, but he got checked up big time. 3 wide into 3. 3 wide all the way through the corner. Tommy Ryan's getting to get in the binders. Bob Gillenwater slow on the exit of 4. They're going to be 3 wide down the front stretch, maybe 4 wide if Bobby Gillenwater can't get going here soon. Off into 1 and 2. They're still 3 wide, 3 by 3 now. Here they come down out of 2, and Mike Kelly's going to have to back off and allow Chad Coleman to go past. And he's going to actually lose a couple of spots from where he was. He's going to be stuck now behind on the inside of Tommy Ryan. Sorry, folks, just give me 1 second. Enjoy the great sounds of the Kansas Motor Speedway. Sorry about that, folks. I had to deal with something really, really fast. I do apologize for that. But you can see, you continue to see the battle between Chad Coleman and Bob Gillenwater heating up here on the front stretch at the Kansas. Oh, DJ O'Rourke down low, slow. Kind of took away the line that Chad Coleman was trying to run. He's hit to slide back in behind Bobby Gillenwater and settle into 5th. Mike Kelly continues to make that move through the field. Started back in 10th, up to 7th. Tommy Ryan started 16th. He's now battling for 50s all over the back bumper of the number 38. He has speed in that number 99 machine. Tommy Ryan trying to show everybody what he's made of here. let everybody understand that he will be somebody to challenge for the regular season championship in the upcoming in the upcoming series. And the caution is out again. The caution has come back out. And I'll try to find out why. See if we can find out why the caution is out here, fellas. Let's find out. Oh, it's a 15 of Paul Crumry. Let's see what happened to him. As he pounds the wall on the exit of 4. Pounds the wall, the back end gets tail happy, turns a little bit to the other side of the racetrack, slides through the grass. Comes to a stop. Gets back moving. And puts that number 15 machine back in the racetrack and go get some of that damage repaired to that Black Rifle Coffee Company machine. Let's keep an eye on what that damage does to Paul. He started back in 20th. He's now back into 21st position. We take a look at our leader, Daniel Falkenham, the number 39 machine. He's led every single lap here tonight. He's going to come down, get 4 tires and fuel. This will be the money stop. Unless there's more cautions, this will be it. This is the one. Don't speed. Don't make a mistake. Don't slide your tires. And for goodness sake, don't forget to deselect whatever you don't want. Because if you don't, buddy, oh, you're going to throw away a good finish. Everybody in their stalls. Looks like everybody gets into their stalls quite good. Nobody had to back up on our view here. The 29, Jose Gonzalez, going to take the lead off of pit road. He's going to get it from Chuck Swading. And the 39 got 4 tires. Falkenham's going to come out 5th. That's who we were watching. That is an interesting choice by the top 4 to not get 4 tires. Right sides only for 4 cars in the racetrack here in the Ghost Fire Media Network. We'll be right back after a message from our partners.
Hi, I'm Rainey from the Guitar Attic. Can we be serious for a second? Are you tired of being a loser? Can't do anything right? Feel like everyone's coming down on you all the time? Well, there's a way out. And I'm going to show you. Hey Mom, look what I learned. That's right. Pick up a guitar, learn how to play guitar. Automatically you're going to become a chick magnet. The ladies are going to love you. Your kids are going to think you're cool. So what you need to do is come down here to the Guitar Attic, 16725 Ridgewood Avenue in Daytona Beach, Florida, or go to guitarattic.com and buy yourself a guitar and automatically be the star of your neighborhood. That's guitarattic.com.
Back here at the Kansas Motor Speedway. Ladies and gentlemen, we are officially 54 laps in. New leader for the first time tonight, Jose Gonzalez. Excuse me, I apologize. See what we can get done here from Mr. Gonzalez. As we are going to be coming to 1 to go this time by. It's been a fantastic race here at Kansas Motor Speedway. folks, give me 1 second. I'm just going to put you inside the car of the leader here as we get the one to go. You're going to be able to see, actually, I'm going to put you inside this driver here in fourth. We'll let you see a little ride around the racetrack here for 1 moment. We're going to let you guys hear the restart from the inside of this machine of Scott Simley, the number 12 on the racetrack. We're going to go ahead and crank up the restart here, folks. That way you can get a real feel of what it's like to be in one of these machines. There it is, folks. We cranked it up for you. You got to feel what the restart was like. He gave you a little bit of the digger cam in turn 3. And here we go. Daniel Fockenham already back to the lead. Took the lead quickly back on the restart. And now Jose Gonzalez back to third. Bobby Gillenwater in that number 4 Beast TV machine sitting in second. 42 laps to go. Man, oh man, it's getting good here at the Kansas Motor Speedway. Turns 1 and 2 now down the backstretch. Here we go. Single file throughout most of the field. It's parade around this racetrack right now. Everybody's just kind of settled in and said, there's 40 laps to go. I don't want to end my night here. I don't want to end it too early. I want to make sure I'm there for the end. So unfortunately, we're going to get a little bit of a parade here for probably the next 30, 35 laps, and then we'll see what everybody starts doing. Not much to talk about in the NASCAR world this week. And my opinions don't really work if I don't have somebody to talk about them with. So we'll hold those for 2 weeks from now when Randy Pepper's back, because next week, also, Randy Pepper won't be here. Hoping to get a guest broadcaster next week. This one was kind of short notice, so it is what it is. But next week, hoping to get a guest broadcaster. Otherwise, you're going to have to listen to me for an hour and a half again. And I don't even want to listen to me for an hour and a half. So, Godspeed. But in turns 1 and 2, here comes Daniel Fockenham. He's riding that wall at the moment. He's just got that lead out to about 0.3 of a second, almost 0.4 now. Robert Gillenwater trying with everything he can to get back up there to the number 39, but he just doesn't seem to have the speed. But look who it is. Mr. Reliable Mike Kelly started 10th up to 3rd all over the back bumper of the number 4. Will Mike Kelly be able to make a move here? Will Mike Kelly be able All right, 70 laps complete. I'm pretty sure we were able to get that audio issue solved. It looks like it's finally reading again, so we are moving in the correct direction, folks. I apologize. That's what happens when Randy Pepper isn't here, and one thing goes down, they all go wrong. But Daniel Falkenham continues to dominate. Mike Kelly has moved into second position. Bobby Gillenwater falling back to third. Chad Coleman in fourth. Jimmy Coleman fifth. Richard Swavely sixth. It's going to be Charles Woods in seventh. Doug Roth in eighth. Glenn Campbell in ninth. And then Jose Gonzalez all the way back in 10th. So those 2 tires, those didn't work at all. I mean, that was almost a guarantee here. They weren't going to work with 2 tires. I don't think anybody thought that I think 2 tires might have worked in a different situation. But not after you did about 20 laps in those other sets. So that definitely hurt a lot of people. But we're going to look now at the beginning of this battle right now between Robert Gillenwater, Chad Coleman, and Jimmy Coleman. No relation once again between the Colemans there. Mike Kelly right in front of them. That's the battle for second position. You see the Mr. Twister machine, Richard Swavely, sitting right back there in sixth. Wants to get whatever he can out of whatever happens in front of him. So if you're telling me that Richard Swavely isn't going to try harder to maybe get up there and get that 5th spot, I think he's going to put it all on the line here. He got nothing to lose right now. Down the backstretch, take an eye. Mike Kelly just barely driving away from these guys. Bob Gillenwater stuck right there on the outside lane. He's kind of holding up Chad Coleman just a little bit. I think Chad Coleman might be fast enough to go battle with Mike Kelly. But now as I say that, Chad Coleman starts to fall off the back of Robert Gillenwater as we go off the 1 and 2 down into the front stretch, into 1 and 2 here with 26 laps to go. Sorry about that, folks. We are back again. Had to reinstall the mic software. I don't know why that happened. It just makes me drink more. It's been one of those days. 17 laps to go. Robert Gillenwater now off in a 1 and 2. He is sitting in third. Mike Kelly comfortably in second. Daniel Falkenham comfortably driving away with this race right now. He has led almost everything here tonight except about 5 laps this evening. So Daniel Falkenham and the number 39, January 31st machine. I'm going to ask him what that sponsor means when we speak to him post-race. We have a heck of a battle going on for 10th right now, so we're going to keep an eye on that. Where is it? It's right here. This battle right here, 7th, 8th, 9th. Glenn Campbell right now all over Charles Woods, and Glenn Campbell and Charles Woods only have about 0.2 of a second back to Jose Gonzalez. Jose trying to get a great finish here tonight. The Postal Service machine, the number 40 of Charles Woods. You see him right there. That's a beautiful paint scheme. Reminds me almost like the Sterling Marling machine. When he drove the waste management machine back in like the mid-2000s. It kind of had that type of paint scheme on it. The blue was just green. Very nice. Very, very nice. Very good paint scheme he has on there in the number 40, so keep an eye on him. And 14 laps to go here. We'll take a look a little bit further back here as now that battle starts to become for 9th. Instead of 7th and 8th, it looks like Randy Yoakum trying to get himself in there. Glenn Campbell finally now coming under pressure from the number 26 of Jose Gonzalez. Jose trying to get himself back up there into the top 10. Man, started 5th. Started 5th tonight, had a great beginning of the race, was up there battling for the lead at one point, led a couple of laps after good pit strategy, but the 2 tires really, really hurt him, put him back further in the field. As he continues to battle and do what he can. Off into 1 and 2, he gets back up now into 8th position. Glenn Campbell falls back into 9th. Randy Yoakum back in 10th. Doug Roth 13th. Tommy Ryan Jeff Ryan in 12th and Tommy Ryan in 13th. Those two are battling for 12th and 13th at the moment as we speak. But now we are looking at the 44 go back to the inside of the 26. They might make contact on the exit of 4. Look at how close they are there. That was very close. That was very close indeed there for those two drivers. The 44-26 almost came together on the exit of 4. Now the 44 might lose a spot. Oh, man. Glenn Campbell might lose a spot to Randy Yoakum. Here is Randy Yoakum now on the outside of the number 44. The 44 blocks him to the outside. Now he comes to the inside. Here comes the number 8 machine. Off in 2, 3, and 4 this time. He's going to be there. Going to be even. Going to be even. Down the front stretch. Here comes the number 8. Will he get that spot back? He will slide down into 1 and 2. Oh, and he's not going to be able to make the pass stick that time, the 44. .44 Glenn Campbell still now able to hold off Randy Yoakum. Glenn trying to hold off Randy continues down the front stretch this time. 9 laps to go for Daniel Falkenham to get another win this season. And I think this probably will clinch the championship. I'll look at the points really quick, but I think that'll clinch the championship for the number 39 of the Winter Series. He might need one more race to clinch it based on points. I'll have to. My maths are no good right now. My maths are quite tragic. Quite tragic right now. Here comes the 8. Down to the inside now, the 44 again. This is a heck of a battle here for 10th. Glenn Campbell trying to do everything he can to stay in the top 10. Doesn't want to lose that 9th position. It looks like Glenn might have gotten to the wall there. Maybe Randy got on the wall because Randy's falling back big time. I don't think Glenn got to the wall. He might have squeezed Randy up a little bit. It's a little bit of hard-nosed race. And 6 laps to go. 6 laps to go. I almost pulled a Randy Pepper. I'm trying to get out of here early. Randy Pepper, our best wishes go out to you, my friend. Thinking about you. We'll be hoping to talk to you in 2 weeks' time here on the Ghost Fire Media Network back here on Wednesday nights for the penultimate race of the Winter Series. Now there's 5 laps to go, and this battle back here is getting really, really tight. But Jose Gonzalez has come on here late in this race, gotten his belt all the way back up to 7th, and is starting to drive towards 6th position at the moment. Four laps to go, folks. Down the front stretch. Here comes the 26. You're looking at Jose Gonzalez. And now we're going to focus on this man. The number 39. The January 31st machine. I don't know what that sponsor means. We call Daniel Falkenham the Raging Cajun because of his sponsor. He's not a Cajun. So, at least I don't think he is. I'm pretty sure that we've talked about this. It's going to be sad. I don't know where Jonesport is. I don't know where Jonesport is. I know that doesn't sound like it's from Louisiana. So, Jonesport, Louisiana does not sound like a town in Louisiana. They all sound the same. In Louisiana, they all have the same kind of ring to them. They have that Cajun ring. So, no, I don't think that's a town. I don't know where that is, but I know it's not in... We are coming to 2 to go now. Daniel Falkenham has led pretty much this whole race, folks. I mean, it's been dominant. He got the pole on his first lap. He went half a tenth faster than everybody else. So it was fantastic to watch, and it's another fantastic event here tonight for the Sharue Diecast guys, the Sim500 series. The Sim500 guys in the Sharue Diecast Premier Xfinity series. As we come to the white flag this time, and a 5.17 second lead on Daniel Falkenham, but that battle for second all of a sudden is heated up. We're definitely going to jump to that as soon as this leader crosses the start-finish line for the final time this evening. Here he comes, Daniel Falkenham through 1 and 2. He's going to get a big run this time. It doesn't really matter. He's 5.5 seconds ahead of everybody. The guy could blow a tire right now. He'd probably almost win this race. Down the backstretch, off into 3 and 4 for the final time. Daniel Falkenham is going to cap off another dominating Wednesday night here in the Sharue Diecast Premier Xfinity Series. Present here on the Ghost Fire Media Network. And Daniel Falkenham with another big win. Can Robert Gillenwater take second for Mike Kelly? That'll be a big no. And Chad Coleman, we keep an eye on Chad Coleman. He comes home third. Jimmy Coleman fourth. Richard Swaverly in fifth. Jose Gonzalez in sixth. Glenn Campbell, 7th. 8th, Glenn Campbell. 9th, Randy Yoakum. 10th, Charles Woods. 11th, going to be Tommy Ryan. 12th, Doug Roth. 13th, Jeff Ryan. 14th, Joseph Burgess. 15th, Bentley Glazier, as he comes across the start-finish line. 16th, Scott Samley. 17th, going to be Doug Sigmund. 18th, Paul Crumry. And 19th, going to be Chuck Sweeting, E.J. O'Rourke. And 20th, 21st, Joey Katina. 22nd, Kevin England. And 23rd, Brian Macklin. Rough night for some of these guys out there. But a big win once again for the number 39. But we're going to talk to our friend, a man who helped us spotlight his sponsor a couple weeks ago, coming home third tonight. Robert Gillenwater. Robert, you got Nick up in the booth. Get a copy?
Yeah, I got a copy, man. Go ahead.
Oh, well, sir, tonight was definitely not a great evening for us up here in the booth, as we had some technical difficulties, but for you out on the racetrack, you had a heck of an evening tonight. You started in 4th, you ended up finishing 3rd, you battled for the lead during this race, and you really looked like you had the speed to go up there and try to battle for the win. So how did it feel?
Yeah, car felt good. Kind of lost the right rear on it. Those starts were so crazy, and I think the best thing, I kind of followed Daniel on that last run, was going low in one turn and high in the other, and that helped me out a lot. But that 2-car, man, he was on fire. If his qualifying been a little better, we might have seen some closer racing there at the end. But, yeah, I mean, this is about as hard as Darlington, man, I'm telling you.
Well, you speak about being as hard as Darlington. I mean, we saw a bunch of guys starting getting right side scrapes in this car. Did you ever touch the wall at all tonight?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I kissed it. I actually roughed up the right front just a little bit going into turn 1 once, and I think caught the right rear, maybe coming off 4 once. Not bad. Zeros, didn't hurt anything, but, yeah, it was on edge.
Looks like you had Beast TV on the car this week again. Why don't you just tell us a little bit about Beast TV?
Yeah, I'm so proud to have a podium finish, get to talk about Beast TV, a new partnership with those guys. Everything Bigfoot, everything Sasquatch. I kind of misspoke a couple of weeks ago. Actually, tomorrow night on Beast of the Woods is the Bama Murdoch. It's going to be a great show. I will be in the chat tomorrow night. Just to encourage everybody, go over and check them out. Check us out. Say hi in the chat. It'd be great. But really great to have these guys on board. Mark Newble, Shelly Reed have done so much. And actually, we're all getting together, going to get to meet all these guys, and we're looking at probably going to have Beast for the full 2022 season on the car, so we're real excited about that.
Well, that's awesome to hear. I like to hear small sponsors getting involved with Drivers on iRacing. It really helps drive people to their businesses, and it also helps you guys with...
Yeah, it's great. And there's such a great group of people. I just can't say enough. So just, wish we could have done better for them tonight, but a podium, we'll take it, get a little spotlight on them, and we're just going to keep digging.
Oh, there you go. Well, Mr. Gillenwater, it's been a pleasure talking to you. It has all season, every time we've gotten a chance to speak with you. And you're my first human contact in over 2 hours, so...
Oh, well, I'll feel lucky then. How's that?
I was up here by myself tonight. I feel like I talked way too much about stuff that just didn't matter. But
hey, I'm sure you did a great job, man. We appreciate you so much. And the broadcast, can't wait to go back and watch it. I always look forward to that.
Skip the middle of it. Just skip the middle of it. There's just race car sounds for about 25 laps in the middle, because for some reason my computer didn't want to recognize my microphone, and I had to reinstall all of my microphone software out of nowhere. So
that happens to us sometimes in these cars too. Technical difficulties and failures. Hey, it happens. It's part of racing, right?
It is, and I appreciate all the everybody here at Sim500 that's so accepting of technical difficulties and issues. But I promise I'll get it solved. It won't happen again.
Hey, no worries, man. We just, like I said, really appreciate you and just, thank Joey, Sim500. The league is just amazing and the exciting things coming up for next season. The 811 call before you dig, train service going to the track, just a lot of great, Ford Entertainment Group with the Xfinity series. It's just, man, it's going to be a great year over here.
That it is. And maybe if you have another great race next week, we'll talk again about more Beast TV.
Sounds good, my man. Look forward to it.
All right, you have a good week, sir.
Thank you, buddy.
All right, that was the driver of the number 4, Bob Gillenwater. Now we bring home probably the most consistent driver in the league, who might not qualify the best all the time. But good God, if you don't have somebody spin in front of you or like a silly caution come out at the wrong time, you are always going to be in the top 3 at the end of the race, Mike.
Or screwed up pit stop. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if you don't get yourself a penalty or have some or a caution come out at the wrong time, you are just, it doesn't matter where you qualify. You just have the pace to drive yourself up into the top 3. It's amazing to watch up here.
It's tough being me, Nick. I'm my own worst enemy. I'm glad I finally got back in here to talk to you guys. I see Randy's gone. I mean, he called that was going to happen on one of these races.
He did. He said that you were going to qualify bad and then have to drive up here.
No, I'm saying, didn't he say he was going to miss a race one night or something? I remember you guys.
Oh, yeah, it was next week, but this week was actually an unscheduled one. He's actually dealing with something.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. He missed a good one there.
He did. This was a great race out here tonight.
But back to the subject. Yeah, I mean, if I would have just ran what I ran in practice for qualifying, I would have started 4th. And then got a pretty good start. And I remember there was one restart. Chad got a bad restart and we fell back. Anyway, long run there. Boy, the car was great. I don't know why, but everyone running the top, I go to the bottom. And I've long been a person in real life, fake racing, whatever, race where the other guys aren't. And I got to say, iRacing's getting to the point where they're giving us tracks where you can kind of do that. So you could run the car all over tonight, but there was little fast grooves that were kind of moving around up and down through the race went on. And my hardware setup made it to where at the end of the run, I was really fast on the bottom. And I think I was the second fastest car on the track. But then, like you said, yellow flag comes out. And when I'm sitting in the pit, getting my pit stop, the car drops and my spotter says, okay, go. And I hit the gas and nothing happened. There's like a 3-second delay where my game was just like burping or something. And finally it just came on and I drove off and I was right back at where I started at the race. So I had to work my way up to the front again. Had some great battles though. A lot of good racing, could move the car around. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was nice to watch. It always is. Mike, is there anybody you want to thank, sponsors out there? I mean, I'm going to assume that you don't want to talk about Verizon.
Why is that?
Did they pay you to talk about them?
No, they don't. That's all good.
I was going to say.
I don't have a real sponsor at this point, but the Verizon Ford was fast. Thanks to you guys at Ghost Fire Media and Sharue Diecast for coming on board and sponsoring this series. It's a lot of fun. Looks like Daniel's got the points kind of wrapped up unless his car burns down and he can't get trailer to the track from here on out. But
I mean, if his car burned down and he couldn't get there until the end of the season, and we had to miss him until the last race of the winter series, I don't think.
Yeah, he'd still win it.
He probably would. He probably would. I mean, because he'd probably get here and then he'd just come out with a brand new race car and he'd just win again. He's unbelievable. He really is. I don't know how he does it.
Yeah, I know. I just follow behind. He was probably stroking it, but I was catching him there at the end a little. I wasn't going to catch him enough to pass him, but I was actually gaining on him. I was pretty excited about that. And then I smashed into the wall while I was looking at my gap go down. So that was the end of that. But yeah, anyway, thanks to Joey and all the admins here, Brian and everyone at Sim500. And as always, thanks to the smoking hot wife.
Hey. Is her name Lisa by chance? Are you the priest?
It is Lisa, but
do you have 3 kids, the little E's?
We talked about that last time.
I have to bring up old jokes because I'm by myself tonight and I can't think of anything new for Randy Pepper to play off of.
I know, but I'm old and blonde and I might be going, what is he talking about? Oh, yeah.
All right, Mike. Well, you have a fantastic week. And knowing you, because of the consistency, I'll probably be talking to you again next week.
I hope so. I got a pretty good season going. And darn Daniel, hats off to him. He had a hell of a run as usual. So you get him up here, he'll probably complain about the car or something about how bad it was, and he whooped our asses. But thanks a lot, and have a good week.
Thank you. You as well. All right, that was Mike Kelly, and now we bring home the winner of tonight's event, Daniel Falkenham. Mr. Falkenham, you went out there tonight. You confused me at the start because of the white and blue car. I had to get used to looking at that. But you had a dominant performance again. I mean, you led almost every single lap except for under the caution. So how did it feel out there?
Yeah, it felt great. Sorry to confuse you there. Got a new paint because I got a brand new sponsor coming on board with me for the upcoming 2022 season. I'll get into that in just a minute. But yeah, it definitely felt good. I typically like Kansas, so I knew I felt like I was gonna run good here. I didn't think I was gonna run that good though, but for whatever reason, I just felt so consistent. Like I was able to hit the line consistently lap after lap, especially trying to avoid that bump down in turn number 1 where just shoot your car straight up into the wall. But thankfully, I didn't have too many issues with that. It always feels good when you can run consistent laps, lap after lap, especially when you can run the same line and pretty much be on par with your, like, just keep running consistent lap times. So that always feels really good. And yeah, truly felt probably definitely one of the best races I feel like I've run here. So definitely was a lot of fun. I didn't think it was that good of a set at the start, but I didn't run more than like 5 laps in practice. So the ones we actually got on a long run, the car was actually freeing up over the long run, or the right rear was getting hot. It actually drove pretty good. So not too bad of a setup, I'd say, because typically Kansas or Irising setups don't feel that great, but it actually felt pretty good. So we were just able to cruise. I was getting worried with that caution, with the last caution, because with the tires we had, if we had more yellows, we were going to be putting a tire deficit. So but thankfully, it went smooth sailing to the end.
Yeah, it was lucky for you. The strategy just happened to work out in your favor once again. And you wanted, you said you have a brand new sponsor. Why don't you go ahead and talk about them?
Yeah, so obviously I still got first rebate lots 207 on the car still, but January 31st, it's actually a nonprofit that's coming on board with me this year for the 2022 Sim500 season, and also for Road to Pro as well. So I'm really looking forward to getting started with those guys. This was my first race with the new car, first race with the new sponsor, so I'd say we did pretty well. I actually have a special shout out to Mr. Cosman from Splash and Go Graphics, who actually painted up this car for me and painted up my next gen and truck as well. He does a baller job with all the paints he does, so I definitely recommend him. Go check out Splash and Go Graphics on Facebook. He does a knockout job. So yeah, but yeah, January 31st, it's a nonprofit that a good friend of mine who also actually works at First Rebate as well, but he's part of this nonprofit that he wanted on the car this year, and he wanted to sponsor me, get them on the car this year. So yeah, I feel very humbled to represent them. So yeah, so just thanks to all those guys for their support, and also got to thank Joey and all the admins who run the show here. I got to thank everyone who comes out races each and every week. Thanks Sharue and Diecast for all they do for the series. Thanks to Team Name, Chad Coleman, who raced. And thanks to North Force Racing as well, Preston Gilson, everybody over there, and all my teammates, Sally Gary, Dylan Basin, Parker White, and Daniel Budfuco. Get ready for Road to Pro starting next week, so looking forward to that. Also got to thank you guys putting on the broadcast, and thanks to all the fans who watch each and every week, and thanks to friends and family for support as well.
Oh, I would be assured everybody appreciates. Excuse me. That everybody appreciates the nice words of kindness there towards everybody, and all the help you're getting towards Road to Pro and your sponsors. And yeah, I was trying to figure out. I love the name January 31st, and it's the word 30 and then the first. It works. It just works. I like it. I mean, but again, it's just another dominant win. Next week, I don't see anything changing unless, like Mike Kelly said, the hauler burns down, you can't get the car to the track.
Yeah, well, hopefully we don't have any issues, with the virtual haulers and stuff. But thankfully we haven't had too many issues with that, so hopefully I don't even know where we go next week, but
give me 30 seconds, I'll find out.
Sorry, I'm bad with all the schedule stuff too.
I should know this. I'm the broadcaster. We go Wednesday night.
Well, actually, while you're talking about that, I actually want to talk about more about January 31st, if you don't mind.
Yeah, no, go right ahead.
So this is a nonprofit that works with cystic fibrosis, which is a lung disease that pretty much almost results in lung transplant, which is really hard to do. But thankfully, with January 31st, you can make donations at January31st.com. Make donations, which can help patients that need like lung transplant lung transplants, if I can say my words correctly. So yeah, I feel very humbled to carry them on the car this year for the upcoming season, and I feel humbled from Matt McDonald who gave me this opportunity to represent them in the virtual world. And yeah, I've definitely feel proud that I'm going to get to carry them on board, carry the colors.
Well, that's just a fantastic thing for you to do, put them on your car. So that's awesome. You have a fantastic week, Daniel, and we'll be chatting with you next week.
Yeah, I appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
Thank you. That was Daniel Falkenham, winner tonight here at Kansas Motor Speedway. We gave you the final results. We're going to go ahead and head out of here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, thank you to all the folks at Sim500, from Joey Gattina all the way to every single one of these drivers, to the sponsors of all these cars that help them get out here every week, that improve their sim rigs, might give them some pedals, new computer parts, to the title sponsor, Sharue Diecast, for helping Sim500 bring us on board, and just every single one of you out there who watches, because without any of you, none of this would be possible. So we thank you from the bottom of our hearts here at Ghostfire Media, and we'll see you here next Wednesday, but don't forget to check us out on Monday night for the North-South Racing League. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to do this in honor of Randy Pepper tonight, because he's not here to tell me this tonight, and I hate when I don't say it. So, it was a pleasure talking to all y'all. Till we meet again, and good night from the Sunshine State.
Thank you for watching iRacing on the Ghostfire Media Network.